What up, kinfolk? What up, people? Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. My name is Alfia Williams, and you are currently watching At Your Daddy House Entertainment. Well, At Your Daddy House YouTube reviews. So I stopped on watching Divorce Sisters. Well, the reviews, I was still watching it, but I left y'all hanging last year. So, of course, Anika falls off the swing. William and Geneva's daughter. We also did cover that Geneva had an affair with Javon, and we learned that they were going to name their daughter Anika. Trifling. Yes, she is currently married to William, and she was married to William when she had an affair with Javon, and Javon was married to whoever he was married to, because it never said his wife's name. Let's announce all the sisters. Rashida, Geneva, Tiffany, Bridget, and Naomi. Naomi is a recently divorced young lady, and she is going through the trials and tribulations. Her husband left her for a white woman, and I believe they said that she had a child. The white lady did. Naomi and her husband did have a child together. She basically was with him when he had nothing, and then he came up, and then he started cheating on her. She claims that there was abuse, and there was also some stuff that he did to their son. We don't know if those things are true. Some people are saying they don't think it's true, but it's a lot of stuff I could say. We don't really know what happened between her and her husband, because we're just, always typical shows, we're just gonna have maybe flashbacks or maybe not, and they're just gonna tell us what's gonna happen along the way. Who knows? We also know last season that Naomi read Rashida, she read Geneva, she read Bridget, and she read Tiffany. Tiffany is a recently divorced. She's a realtor. Bridget works at a church. She is Rashida's assistant, and Rashida is a first lady. Her husband is a pastor of a nice church in Atlanta. I think they said Atlanta. I don't know. Geneva is a lawyer. A divorce lawyer, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, because she handled Naomi's case. Naomi is she was just married to a rich man. Did I cover all the sisters? Yes, I did. Okay, so Rashida and her husband, Jeff, they have children, and they're in high school, and their son was on some drugs or whatever. Weed, and then I think he had some drugs laced with some fentanyl, or phenol, or whatever, and he passed out. So let's see what happened. His father took him to the morgue to try to scare him or whatever. Hopefully it worked. So Geneva has finally told William that he is not Anika's father on today's episode. We also learned that William is hurt. Okay, he is hurt because the nurse had tried, well, not the nurse, the doctor that had been with them, because, Anika was allegedly supposed to be born through IVF, but it wasn't IVF because, I guess it didn't take. So when she slept with Javon, she got pregnant with Javon's baby. So it's between probably William can't have children, or they were having a hard time. Well, no, we know they could have children because she had a few miscarriages. So, we learned that Geneva had an affair with him in part A, and he came back to town because he wanted her to leave William. And my thing is, though, if you still want Javon, and why are you still with William? Because it's, I don't know. I'm not getting that, because, maybe she does love William, but Naomi put her on blast, said, you don't really care for William because of his size or whatever. And it's just like, okay, Geneva, Geneva's like having me shake my head, because at first I did not like the character, but I love Kadeen, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna rock with my girl Kadeen, but I do not like how Geneva is rocking. Like, Geneva is pissing me off. And then I'm gonna go ahead and say it, Rashida, I understand that y'all are all girlfriends, and you and Geneva's been venting to you about this whole situation, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Rashida, y'all are having Tiffany in the dark. And I'm gonna go ahead and let's talk about Tiffany T. Tiffany Hunty, please read the room. You are not reading the room at all. It doesn't make any sense that you don't read the room. Like, I don't understand what's going on. Like, I'm trying to not, read too much into it, but it's just like, Hunty. It's just like, okay. But, I need Tiffany to figure out that her friend Geneva of X amount of years. She's acting funny. Like, there has to be some feelings there. I'm gonna go ahead and say it, because I've been like, girl, you have feelings for Javon or something? Like, it's like Tiffany is like so lost in the clouds. It's like, land, baby. Like, there's so many signs. Okay, you go to a restaurant and you see Geneva, and Geneva don't want to talk to you. You try to have a conversation with Geneva. Geneva went from, hey girl, to let's have conversations, ride with me, let's go get Anika from school, to like she can't stand your guts. Like, you did something to her. Okay, so when they were supposed to when Naomi was supposed to turn herself in, Javon and Tiffany was at the courthouse because he's a lawyer too. So they was up there, like, you know, having a little googly eyes and like kissy faces with each other. And Geneva walked up and she had a stank on her, stank attitude. And Tiffany was like, I don't understand. Like, and I'm like, Tiffany, baby, do you come here. Do you not know what's going on here? Like, your friend, like, literally likes this man, loves this man. And yeah, but you're trying to be like, what you call it, you know, Geneva tried to warn her, whatever. Tiffany ends up sleeping with him, and it just, what you call it, is just like, y'all. And then this the bad part about it, William has flaunted Javon around like, hey, he's a good person, and he hooked Tiffany up. And I told people, I think last season, oh well, not last season, part A, I told people, I was like, hey, William knows something, he's not dumb. And he's asking people, like, who do you know, whatever. And I'm going to go ahead and say, Rashida is being that quiet squirrel, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. I don't care that you are a first lady. These are your friends. You was, before a first lady, you was their friends. And I'm going to go ahead and say, y'all are leaving Tiffany in the dark, and that's trifling. And I'm going to go ahead and say, when Tiffany does find out, if she don't want to fuck with none of y'all, I don't blame her. Because I'll be like, you knew what was going on, and you was trying to cover for your friend. What kind of mess is that? And I'm all for keeping secrets, but I'm also say this: the girl is hurting, and she well, not hurting. The guy was hurting, and I will say this: I understand why I didn't tell William, but Tiffany is supposed to be y'all homegirl. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Tiffany better than me. I'll be like, F y'all for real, because like I don't have nothing else to say to y'all. I really do feel bad for Tiffany because she doesn't really know what's going on, and it's just like, okay, no one's gonna tell her that Javon or whatever. And Javon, he trying to be like, she's jealous of you, and Geneva's like, I'm not jealous of you. Girl, you is, because he is sleeping with her. And then she got in the car with him because she followed him. Okay, because she went to Tiffany's house after she left Rashida and Jeff's house today. And she went to Tiffany's house to see if he was parked outside her house. And it's just like, I don't even know what to say. It's so much going on Divorce Sisters. If you haven't currently watched Divorce Sisters, it's currently streaming on Paramount Plus. It was on BET Plus, but BET Plus is non and void anymore. So I currently suggest that you guys get Paramount Plus. It is worth it. All the Tyler Perry shows have moved over to Paramount Plus. But Divorce Sisters it was good today. But I want people to let Tiffany know what's going on, because Tiffany does not know. And Bridget and her little boy toy is getting on my nerves. Okay, so Naomi she set up her ex-husband to get offed by Hakeem. And I'm gonna go ahead and say, I don't think Hakeem offed her ex-husband. It's just like, okay, what did you do? And you tell her you want your money. She's like, I want to see it in the news. He said, I just did it. And I want to talk about Naomi's son. Naomi's son is pissing me off too. I'm like, what are you? What? I don't even know what to think. I don't. And shout out to the actors and actresses that's playing on Divorces, because they are killing it, and I am so proud to support them. But next week we're gonna see her. She's a runner, she's a track star, because Geneva took all them shoes and jumped over that sofa because William brought home a prostitute because he picked her at the bar. And Tiffany's ex-husband works at the bar. And he was like, no, man, you don't want to do it. And William was like, yeah, I do. He went home and did the do with her, and his daughter was upstairs. I'm like, Lord have mercy. William done went from being a good guy to a savage. And I'm like, two wrongs don't make a right. I'm going to go ahead and say, I could tell he really does love that girl. Because when he talked about how they met each other, and he was like, the first time we made love, and then she was like, Anika's not yours. I'm like, oh Lord, you just had to ruin it like that, man. I really do feel bad for William. Do I think they can save their marriage? They could, but Geneva's in love with Javon. But I'm also say this: Javon is not good for you, Geneva, because he really did sleep with your best friend and didn't care. He was like, I don't give a, I don't give a fuck, like, for real. And it's just like, oh my God, Geneva, you deserve so much better. But I mean, she was messing with him when she was married. And I'm going to go ahead and say Wayne was a good dude, so what's wrong? But y'all, what do y'all think about Divorced Sisters? Are y'all liking her? Are y'all not liking her? Is it, a lot of people are saying on Facebook they was like, this is the best episode this week. So yeah. And then Vaughn finding the key. So Vaughn was working at a place with a guy named Calvin, and his girlfriend Bridget helped him get the job. Now Bridget was dating an underage guy. He's probably like 30 and Bridget's probably like in her 40s. So I think it's like 10 years apart. I don't know how old it is, but he's like really, really young. And she's taking care of him. It's a lot, y'all. But he lost his key, and he did. Okay, so he came to the house and on season 1, part A, and he got into it with Vaughn, Bridget's boyfriend, and he ended up punching him. And Calvin was like, you better be glad I was holding back because, you know, I can fight or whatever. And I'm just like, here goes another one saying they can fight. Why you didn't beat that little young boy's behind? But hey. But if you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. You don't want to miss any of my updates. I'm going to be on it. And I wanted you guys just to hear me talk about Divorced Sisters. And it's currently streaming on Paramount Plus. And it comes on every Wednesday. I think it drops early in the morning. I'm not sure because I don't know. I just wake up and I watch the episode before I go to work. Or watch it at work. Alright, but if you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And you don't want to miss any of my updates because I'm going to be coming through with some hot tea. Alright, you guys. Thank you so much.